Boop boop doo doo doo. That's right. Boop 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 boo doo doo doo. How is everybody doing? How's everybody feeling today? Is this working? Yes, it is. Am I hearing myself? No, I'm not. That's great. I'm further back from the screen, as you can probably see. You may be wondering why. The answer is I've got a cat civil war happening, where one of my cats is, well, at least was, monopolizing me, and another cat has decided that this monopolizing of me is not allowed, and therefore has physically pushed them away. But in the process, they've taken up a side spot in a defensible position quite near. And I think are planning their next strike. Like, they've obviously been exiled to an island so that they shouldn't really be able to do anything. But in my experience of these kinds of things, what's actually going to happen is, oh nope, there's been a retreat. There's been a tactical retreat. You know what? Fair enough. I appreciate the tactical retreat. They've learned that this was not worth the fail, not worth the damage, and they've instead gone to lick their wounds and fight another fight. But yes, that's mostly what I've been doing at the moment. Anyway, how is everybody doing today? I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty swell as always. It's a bit of a weird change going into... Oh, they want me to verify my age, and I refuse to do that at the moment. And therefore, they are not allowing me access to some of the social things. That's fine. I don't use Game Pass for social things. But yeah, I'm doing fine. I remember last time we were dealing with the area that leads to the battery. And then we got somewhere. And I remember going, that's going to be a really interesting thing that happens next time. And I don't remember what that was. And so I'm kind of... interested to see what it is. Oh, what's happening? Oh, right, yeah. That's what happens here. Right. So where were I? Oh, I was in weird... underground area of death. Yes, now I remember. How's everybody doing? They're doing fine.
There's something you don't see every day.
I'm glad we were sneaking. I'm glad we were double sneaking.
Hey.
Keep moving. Keep moving. This is a boss fight if I ever saw one. We're going to do a quick save just to make sure that we're ready. By the way, I've tried to move myself closer. But we'll see if that worked. I do have a cat here that's decided that I am the perfect place to sleep. Oh, I've made the full... Oh. Oh, so it's probably down here, right? We've yet to see the actual guy. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he died. Dying to your own experiments is a very...
There's something you don't see every day.
not only, like, obvious thing, but makes complete sense. The... Ow! Death ring?
Laying low. Step lightly.
I see where you're going with that.
Nothing in there that was important. Ooh, girdle of driving wave. Sure.
Ready, Watcher.
Hey.
So, if this area's done, this area's done, what have I missed? What have I missed? So this is done. So why are these two moving very slowly? I guess they're just naturally pretty slow people. No, they're still,
Hey.
for some reason, doing that. That electric looks like it's guarding something. Does it not? Huh. So why is there all this stuff that I've forgotten? Daily check to see if I can do this. Nope. There's this area here, I guess I haven't checked. Oh, and this door here, which I've just unlocked. But first, there has to be a place here that lets me into there. Oh no, there is. It's just there.
Isn't this something?
Set up here. Ow. Not
Zawa
you.
is ready.
Can't get a good shot with this.
Oh, she's got a... I forgot she's got a melee weapon. Get out of there.
And that's how it's done. Can't get a good shot. Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
Hit him with the soul fire.
Hey there.
Hit him with the soul fire.
Shot with this.
Zawa is ready.
Zawa is ready.
Mm-hmm. My mind feels
Hey.
Knock this person over.
I'm here.
We're gonna take a lot of damage here. Okay, they're done.
Ready, Watcher.
Hey.
Everybody move to here. Then we send the actual... God, that was annoying just because I couldn't deal with that.
Consider it done. There. What did I tell you?
Ooh! Gloves? Don't mind if I do. Maurizio, 3 weeks of hard work gone and fully articulated frame with him. These crude materials are more unstable than expected, though no less expensive. I'll try a slower process. AC more electric, perhaps? Along the bottom of the page, a scroll addendum reads, too much electricity will require more subjects.
Hey.
Okay. This dude feels like he's irredeemable. How are they going to make me seem like this guy is is actually redeemable in some capacity? That's the question that's going to happen. And how many explosive boys are they going to summon? An elderly man hunches over a clattered desk in the back of the workshop. His flesh is pulled tightly around thin, fragile-looking bones, except around his neck, where it hangs in loose wattles. He turns as you enter, a scowl already chiseled into his lined face.
Back again? I told you.
He hesitates, squinting at you from behind smudged and dusty spectacles.
Of course, a fresh fool to replace the last fools. What brings you stomping through my workshop, eh?
He draws his words out, looking you up and down, a sneer creeping across his face. I got questions about the battery and the White Forge.
And an accent I hear too rarely around these stammering mountain folk. But you go straight to business. We appreciate that, don't we?
He turns to the bronze golem over his shoulder.
Anything for a breather from your endless yammering.
The voice echoes from within the golem.
You would miss me if I were gone, Aimura. For who would tolerate your barbs and insults?
Clear throat.
But you come seeking the White Forge, like they all do. Boys with smooth cheeks and wild dreams. Girls with bright ribbons tied next to their scabbards.
His voice rises and falls with a sing-song of mockery.
Old men and women, too, seeking a final blaze of glory before they're snuffed out for another turn at the wheel. Sound familiar?
His smile is rigid as he looks at you, and the corner of his eyes twitch. There's a lot of bitterness. That's a lot of bitterness. Maybe I should ask you the same thing. Yeah, I'm going for the snarky reply.
Save your breath.
He hucks a wad of phlegm from the back of his throat and spits it into the corner.
I have this conversation with every pig-headed swashbuckler those Postonagos and stalwarts send here. Go see Galvino, they say. Surely he'll help you.
Must have slipped their minds what a busy and important fellow you are.
In the silence that follows, the temperature in the room seems to drop. Galvino glares at her.
I should have let them stone you. Would have silenced your endless rattling forever.
The hanging folds of his skin beneath his neck tremble.
Then you'd have naught but those frostbitten inbreds for company.
I guess this is what it's like to be if Alorth and Ismir were two separate people. You're upset. There's an old wound with Starwood, then.
The spiteful imbeciles destroyed my career, ruined years of work. But let us focus on the reason for your visit, yes? The villagers and their adventurers hammer and pry at the battery as if they were laying siege to some moldering lord's keep.
He swats the air in front of his face.
But those stones were laid by some of the finest builders ever to have lived, disciples of Abidan in the truest sense. They will not fall by the whims of any kith. And the door itself, It is infused with living essence.
The wolves themselves must have had a way of getting in.
Perfetto! This is the crux of the matter.
He claps his hands together.
The Pargrunen of Durgan's battery perished within their own keep, victims of a violent disagreement among their own commandants.
His mouth twists into a wicked grin.
Surely in the village you have heard stories, no? Disappearing caravans, tracks in the snow, screams from the high towers.
He pauses, watching your expression with a raconteur's glee.
The work of spirits still trapped in the battery, and a testament to those impenetrable walls.
He raps at the mortared stone of his own house.
But the door of the keep, the one the Pargrunen filled with essence, it was made to listen, to recognize its masters.
So I need the door to recognize me?
Traditional Aptapo cultures revolved around language. Words revealed who they were and where they were from. That is why you need a Kantek.
I've heard of those. They're poems, aren't they?
That's the simple explanation. A Kantek is a statement of purpose, a declaration of identity. Each is unique to its stronghold. Thus, to enter a fortress like Durgan's battery, you would stand at the gate and recite its Kantek.
Thank you for sharing. That's very interesting.
Verus. A shame the Postonagos here cannot appreciate such elegance. To learn the Kantek, you must speak with one of the dwarves of Durgan's battery. A shame they are all dead, no?
He rubs his hands together, pacing.
But no doubt their souls live on in one or two of the villagers of Stalwart. Like fine wine poured into a cheap pot. But to identify them, that is the first problem. You would need the skills of an animancer.
I'm a watcher. The golem swivels her head sharply towards you. Her mask of a face and the glass eyes behind it betray no emotion. It seems as if she's watching you carefully.
A watcher? The Verus? If this is true, then you could find a sole descendant from Durgan's battery, no question. But the greater difficulty remains.
He rubs his gaunt, whiskered chin.
You would have to learn the Kantek from the dormant soul. And to do that, you would have to awaken it.
But this awakening would be permanent, wouldn't it?
Oh, yes. Whoever you awaken will live with the memories and the personality of a past life. Maybe peacefully, maybe not.
I'm glad I didn't bring the wizard with me.
That is why you must pay attention to the soul you would awaken, no?
Yeah, true. This guy's got a real knack for understatements.
It is a monumental thing to impose on another, but these are the very people who wish to rediscover the White Forge, Verus.
So the Kantek is all I need?
Who can say? None have yet opened Durgan's battery. But the ones that came before you, I think they got close. You may wish to find them and see what.
Thank you for the follow. MR86 or Mr. A6. I appreciate that. Hey! The ones that came before you, I think they got close. You wish to find them and see what they discovered. I found what's left of them, a journal and a tile.
Most interesting.
I don't remember when I got this, but I did check a lot of those little camps.
They spent many days at the battery door. This looks like something that once belonged there.
You reckon it's like a key? It could be a key. Awaken someone? How would I do that?
An awakening is merely the jolting of a dormant soul into consciousness.
He makes a bursting motion with his hands, playing his fingers wide. You see, I don't want to do that, though. Because at the end of the day... At the end of the day, that's forcing somebody to have these memories of another life. And potentially like a soul that fights for control over your body. Both of which are things I just don't want to give anybody. I mean, I've got something similar as a Watcher, and it's functionally going to destroy me if I don't find another way of dealing with it.
When such things happen normally, it is because something has reminded the subject of a past life, often violently so.
Yeah, I know.
Thus, to awaken one of the former dwarves of Durgan's battery, you will need to address that soul, and preferably by name.
He folds his hands together, stealing his fingers.
But show
Steepling.
some care.
Steepling?
When you examine these souls, whatever it is you Watchers do, you may see images, memories.
Right, so I don't want to see something traumatic.
These are moments of special import. What you see will tell you much about the person, and perhaps the condition in which they awaken.
I'm not going to hurt somebody just to make them awaken.
Awaken them from a traumatic memory, and who knows? Maybe they awaken thirsty for blood. Or maybe you awaken someone else.
I really don't like you, Galvino.
Here, this has been tuned to the Aeon of Durgan's battery. Use it near the villagers, and it should tell you if one has a soul old enough to have come from the battery.
I see. No, thank you for your help.
It is a pleasure to have such a courteous guest for a change. A shame you must dirty your boots in Stalwart.
I'm going with her.
The golem looks between you, her neck turning on an oil joint.
You? Go to Stalwart? Is this your macabre sense of humor, or has something gone to rust in that beautiful head I crafted?
No one will bother me while I'm with her. Besides, I can help her find people in Stalwart.
Okay.
You haven't been to Stalwart in 13 years. And this Watcher sees souls. What help could you be? Besides, I have need of you here. You owe whatever remains of your wicked life to me.
Oh, he needs company. The golem says nothing, but her essence smolders. Resentment rises from her in shimmering waves. She swirls her head to look at you. What's the story between you two?
This charming specimen is a convicted murderer. The Devil of Carrick, she's called.
Mighty fine of you to start with my good qualities, and you wonder why we don't get more visitors.
Killed over a dozen people before they finally caught up to her in Stalwart. Perfect company for lonely camps and mountain passes, no?
Well, I don't know if you can call it a golem. It's like a possessed. I guess it's a golem. It's possessed by a soul that he's put into the being. Like, it's not a mechanical being, it's a person in there. I guess, or maybe just the memories. It's weird. He nudges you, all the while grinning wickedly at the motionless golem.
Hey, I know how to start a campfire.
The only reason she's not a frozen corpse is because I convinced the old mayor to let me try an experiment.
Yeah, he does call her a golem, that's fair. You put a soul into a metal body?
Into a work of art! Look at this! Craftsmanship worthy of a jeweler. Fully articulated joints, capable of grasping a pen and writing her own name.
Bit weird that you're saying that about what is functionally a person.
And of crushing your throat.
Show me another smith anywhere in the Deerwood who is capable of such delicacy and precision. She is a masterpiece.
Why did you build her?
Why build a fortress or a village or anything? To make something that keeps, that... It was the early days of the Legacy. My peers in the colleges of Animancy were filling the Hollowborn with the souls of animals.
Yeah, that was a bad thing to do.
I thought there was a better way.
I don't understand how this would solve a Hollowborn problem. They don't have a soul to begin with.
One with a Plum Academy job back in Salona. Don't forget that part.
He glares at her. Oh, I love it. So it's one of those fights about who cleans the spears. It's not really about spears. I guess, yeah. I sort of get that. I don't really get that. Why is she called the Devil of Karok?
She committed her first crime in the village of Karak. Burned a family alive in their home.
Jesus.
Did the same thing in half a dozen other villages, but the name stuck.
She is not a good person. I take it your experiment didn't go over so well.
Here we go.
They were going to stone her anyway. Why not allow her to be put to some useful purpose?
Yeah.
My life's ambition. To serve somebody's useful purpose.
Would you have preferred to die? Or maybe you did die.
I approached Mayor Sinahiod and begged. He saw the potential and allowed me the privilege of attempting my little experiment.
Right.
Then, I accomplished what few animancers have even dreamed of. No academic support, no patron. Just me in the middle of nowhere.
Congratulations.
Oh, now you got 'em all wound up.
I transferred a fully intact soul from a living subject to a fabricated body. She retained her personalities, her memories, all of it.
That is pretty impressive.
Yet the villagers saw only a stolen corpse.
Aren't you afraid she'll murder you?
She may be mad, but she's no fool. She wouldn't survive long on her own. If the villagers didn't send a hunting party after her, the Eramans would claim her. Her joints and mechanisms require maintenance, and she cannot perform all of it herself.
See, he's reminding me. In case I get any bright ideas.
She's a fine specimen, her personality notwithstanding.
Gollum says nothing, but her essence smolders. Right, yeah, that's what it said. Ooh, do I want Gollum in my group? Do I want the Gollum in my group? He's a convicted criminal in a robot body. I don't know what class she is. I've got no idea. But I have a spare spot because I don't really care for the monk at the moment. And so I could easily slot her in there, whether she's frontline or backline. I don't think she'll be a magic caster because I don't know how that would transfer to a robot body. So I would have to guess that she's probably not a barbarian because we got a barbarian this DLC. She's obviously not going to be a monk because we had a monk this DLC. So she might just be a straight up fighter. Because I think they've done all of the classes at this point. I think you've got somebody that can be every one of the classes. So we've had the druid, we've had the fighter, we've had the barbarian, we've had the paladin, we've had the chanter, we've had the wizard, we've got the cleric. You know, we've got the... I guess we don't have a roguish character. Maybe she's a rogue. Yeah, I'd like to travel with her. Why not?
Quay? No. You don't know what you ask. This woman, the Devil of Karak, she was a notorious murderer. Burned people alive all over the region. Besides, she works for me. After all, I am the one who preserved her.
Let me parade her around town. It'll infuriate those villagers. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
So you get use of the Devil's services, and I get the satisfaction of knowing those stiffnecks are sweating through their small clothes, eh? It's a deal.
Fine price for a blacksmith striker. Suppose I should be flattered.
And there you have it, a bargain.
Rogue. She is a rogue. She is... Okay, she's a rogue.
Very well.
That's fun. It's the only class that I don't think we've seen. And there you have it. A bargain.
You are going back to Stalwart, yes? Perhaps you could do me a favor.
Tell me about this favor.
There is a man in the village named Grinde, the head fisherman.
I know him.
The rest of Stalwart kisses his feet because he fills their stinking blades with speckleback. But I know he's not as virtuous as he seems.
What exactly do you want me to do to him?
Humiliate him, of course. Show his neighbors what he truly is, and let him live with the disgrace.
Okay, if you've done something bad, I'll tell them about the bad thing.
He's always been a ripple sponge addict. Just got good at hiding it once his sainted sister died and left him in charge of the fishery.
I'm assuming that's a drug?
But he keeps a stash in the fishery, sneaks in at night when the others have gone home, and emerges sluggish and red-eyed a few hours later. I want you to expose him. Go to the fishery after dark when it's empty. Find his ripple sponge and show it to Renengild.
Sure. I can do that. That doesn't sound like a bad thing. Seems like you got a history with him.
That self-righteous meddler engineered my eviction from the village. He turned them all against me.
In fairness, you are a mad scientist.
Now I want him to feel the scorn of those mush-brained imbeciles.
Okay.
Do not answer me now. But when you return to that festering eyesore and smell the stink of fish that hangs in the air, consider what I've said.
No, I've agreed with you.
Your misgivings collect like grime on a doorstep. But think, if this Green Day is a fraud, does he not deserve to be exposed?
Yeah.
But be sure to approach the fishery by night, when it's empty. They will give you no end of trouble if they see you stealing during the day.
What were those constructs I encountered in your workshop?
Other projects, they are none of your concern.
You seem pretty eager to change the subject.
For years I've been trying to create another like the Devil of Carrick. Yet those post-Enacos in Stalwart destroyed my machinery. Now, I can only create these broken, mindless things. The Devil remains my most perfect creation.
Wait, hold on a second. Where did you find the souls to create these other golems?
Smugglers, slavers, fugitives. The kind of riffraff that pass this way. Rarely missed, and good work to keep my little devil busy.
I've heard enough. Farewell.
Hey.
Okay, let me see. Let me see how she is. So, you are an advanced construct. Yeah, that's sure. Oh my, I didn't realize I could see this. I'm very honest, I'm very benevolent, I'm pretty diplomatic, and I'm kind of shit. Well, no, I'm pretty bad at everything else. Living machines immune to poison makes sense. This is pretty useful. Because I like charming people, and her not being able to be charmed is always good. What does sneak attack do? When the target is blinded, flanked, hobbled. I think I can get flanked a fair amount of times. And what weapon does she use? She uses a single spear. Do I have a better spear for her? Oh, no. Is she using just a fine spear? Yeah, it's just a fine spear. Do I have a better spear than that? I try not to sell my exceptional stuff. I got an exceptional pike. Do you reckon she can use a pike in the same way she can use a spear? Probably, right? They feel like they'd be functionally very similar. Wait, can I take off the chassis? But then, what if I've got better armor for her? Like, I'm sure this is better. Oh, okay, well, what does this do? I don't know, you can have some spell defense, I guess. You can have, like, some unarmed strike minor. Well, I don't think I want unarmed strike on you. I know, I just wanted to put better armor on her.
Hey.
Okay, right, in terms of this... that's probably the right spot for her, right? You want her to be flanking in some capacity. Yeah, that's more so what I was trying to get at. Any cool abilities? Two per rest, once per encounter. I like the ones that are per encounter, because I always find that I just don't use the stuff that I don't get every encounter, you know. It's just basic. It's actually not that decent. It's, if you have a look at her stuff, it's heavy armor, but like, bear in mind that this guy's wearing heavy armor that gives damage reduction 14. And hers does damage reduction 8. It's absolutely horrendous. I don't think they... I think based just on that, I don't think I've got her for a while. I don't think you get to keep her for that long. At least that's...
Your neighbors hound you because you say the wrong prayers at supper time.
If it wasn't that, it'd be something else. Just their way of letting you know they care.
Then some cross-eyed lord gets to stringing up your neighbors.
A couple of them are ones that have been hounding me, so that worked out at least.
Okay.
Hey.
I think I'm going to continue to map out this area before going back. Even though I think the next part of this is this. Like, they're relevant and you got to do them soon. But I don't want... I want to finish off seeing everything here first. Now, admittedly, it could be that this bit's locked off because it is the Durgan battery, but I don't think so. Because I think there's just going to be a door I get to that's going to have... It's going to be impossible to get past, is my guess. By the way, just to make sure that you know, I'm going into this, like, notably more over-leveled. Like, to the point where the game was like, you are going into this over-leveled. Are you sure you want to do this? Like, we could make it harder, and I went, no. I want my... I want my easiness. A bounty? Oh, right, yeah, the other people. The I'm gonna smash your face in people.
Hey.
Oh, I was literally right. They're called Skull Smashers.
Right here.
What do these do? Which petition? Well, this is the thing. I'm not good at real-time strategy stuff a lot of the time. And so, I'm like, why am I gonna mess with my... Like, make it harder on myself, you know?
Yeah?
I'm so looking forward to when I can... Like, I'm having a ton of fun with this game, obviously. But I'm really... I'm really looking forward to the inevitable... what's the word? The inevitable second game. Where they allow a turn-based mode. Because I am, as I said before, pretty freaking bad at this game, and so being able to go, like, a bit more turn-based gives me a chance. Jesus.
Uh-huh.
I'm here.
Everybody is taking damage.
Watcher.
This is the reason why I play on
Thoughts must flow deeply.
the easier difficulty.
Yeah.
Because look, this fight. It is. This is the thing. They've got a version of it coming out officially. In I think it's later this year. But I had already started this when I knew that that was coming, and I was just like, I'm not waiting all that time. I want to play it now. So I'm playing this now, and I just felt like, well, I'll just when it gets to the next one, I'll just play it turn-based, you know? I think there's also unofficial versions that make it turn-based, but I'm always iffy on like using unofficial stuff. I probably should have though.
Ready, Watcher.
The devil went down!
No, the devil went down. We bruised her ribs.
Tell me.
Well, she's not having a good showing, I'll tell you that much. We are not making much progress on anybody here, eh?
Lead the way.
Maybe I want to just go for a... Don't worry, she doesn't actually die. But yeah, rip her. No, if every time somebody went down, they died, I would have lost this game in the first maybe 5 battles. What are you doing? Where are you? Oh, you're terrified. Stop being terrified and get in there.
I'm here. Love beyond seek. Lead the way.
Hey,
How long are you going to be terrified for? Get in there. Oh, she's down as well. I would like to say that this is a hard fight.
Ready, Watcher.
I'd like to say that because it would make me feel better. Whether it actually is supposed to be a hard fight is a whole other situation.
hey.
That didn't work.
You know what? Let's just assume it is. Let's just assume that this game is.
Ready, Watcher.
Part of me that kind of just wants to have you finish off this person instead.
Ready, Watcher. Now where were we?
Oh, I think I'm winning. I'm just going to have a couple of permanent injuries on these two. This person's got a problem because she's got a cursed sword that means she has to use a melee weapon. And she's not very good at using a melee weapon.
Lava will be on sea. Now where were we? Can't get a good shot with this.
I'm here.
The slow fight, eh?
Yeah?
Just mind control another one of their people.
Can't get a good shot with this. Lava will be on sea.
See, this is how I've won a lot of these encounters. It's because even if I've not structured my guy to be strong enough, they've probably structured their guys to be strong enough.
Ready, Watcher.
Hey.
At least that's my logic.
I'm here.
Yeah? Lava will be on sea.
Is that dude dead? Yeah. It's a bounty, which is like not a main. It's not like a main quest thing,
Try something else. Ready, Watcher. After me.
but it's like a. I don't know what you'd call it. It's like not a storied quest, but it is an enemy you've got to beat.
I'll get the next one. Lava will be on sea.
Oh, they're down. Yeah, no. They aren't just random bandits. I'm bad at this game. I'm not to the point where random bandits can just destroy me like that.
All right, then.
You know what? Ooh, a one-handed flail.
All right, then.
You know what? I think this has made me realise she is not physically strong enough to be in the front line. So we're going to give you a pike and hope that you stay in the back line.
Hey.
Okay, that's an ice troll. Probably fine. The ice troll's not going to annoy me. Okay. Now let's see how we do against one ice troll.
I'm here.
Hey.
Look, you may be right. You may be right, and it's unfair. But I would like to say that in my defense, he is twice my size, twice my width, and he can regenerate. So it's kind of like a 6-on-2 if you think about it. Which
Hey.
isn't much better, but... You know?
Leave it to me.
Also, if I went into every battle and didn't cheat, like, what would be the point? You know?
Right here.
I should. Yeah?
Ready, Watcher.
Hey,
Knock him over.
Uh-huh.
And then smash him down.
Okay. And that's done.
See, this is what happens in a normal fight, okay? Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, wait, it's paused. Come on. Yeah, you're just a normal boy. Stick him! Everyone get him!
all right then.
Right, even with the extra range, you still couldn't get to him in time, eh?
Of course.
Devil of Karnak. It's my strategy. I've got 2 people in my group that have the ability to psychically influence somebody. And so I just take control over two people in the fight and turn what is probably already in my favor in terms of numbers even more in favor in terms of my numbers. What the heck was that? Unconquerable. Plus 2 intelligence while endurance is above. Oh. That's kind of cool. I mean, that's... Focus gain. Is that what I... Is this focus? It's focus. Oh, that's good. That's real good. Why was that on a random person? I get less will, I get less fortitude, I get less reflex. But I get a significant amount more of that stuff. Probably worth it.
Hey.
I mean, do I just check the battery watchtower? I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Like... It is. I don't like a lot of the things they do in this, if I'm being honest. Because there's a hands, there's like a accessory, but then like neck is its ring is one of them, waist is its own thing, feet is its own thing, a secondary ring, and then a head, and then the armor. I would have preferred if there was like a... Maybe one less ring slot, and there was a necklace slot, and then there was like... I don't know. It would feel a bit better. Wait, is this a...
Hey.
As you grab the bow, it vibrates a strange and familiar energies. Searching your pack, you find the silver arrow you found lodged in an injured winter wolf. As you hold the bow and arrow together, the arrow suddenly snaps into place. You hear a crackling hum and a pale ribbon of light begins to form between the ends of the bow. Did I just get a magic bow? Excuse me? Massock hunting bow. No, it's not that. It's this one. Stormcaller. I mean, is that better than what I already have? Let's see. Fast, yep. Damage, same. -6 damage reduction, shock. Exceptional. I can enchant it with the freezing lash, so that's fine. This is just better. But is it better to have it on my other bow lady? No, she's already got that cool thing. I want my own cool thing. I'm the main character at the end of the day. Bind it to me. I definitely should have binded it to the other person.
Hey.
But, it's my thing. I mean, the other one's a much more accurate shot. It's literally a ranger who specializes in the stuff and has abilities that are specific to it. But I'm the main character. So... what happened here? Money. Oh, thank you.
Hey.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't think I'm going to be able to get past this bridge. Okay. The bridge wasn't the problem. Oh.
Hey.
Uh-huh.
Right here.
Where did I send you? I sent you over there.
Hey there.
Okay, you. Mind control this person. Yes! Ow!
Leave it to me!
I love doing that. I love it. They come out of the mind control and they're like, huh. Wait, no, you're my enemy. And then immediately get shot.
I think I see the bot. Nope. Never mind.
Wait, how much damage did I do that time? 103. I'm doing this instantly. Never mind. Never mind at all.
Of course.
Okay, I'm above that cavern. Another dead.
Gotta see this.
That leg is important? Are you kidding me? There's more of these
Your
boys.
thoughts must flow deeply indeed. Yeah?
Right here.
God, it really gets messed up in this, eh?
I'm here.
You move on to this. You move on to here. You move on to here.
Hey,
One of you knock them down, please. Yes.
hey.
Dead on.
So this snow makes me even slower, and it doesn't seem to make them slower, which is a worry.
All right then.
And also, I guess she's broken her ribs, so that's probably not helping her. Exceptional.
Hey,
Oh, that's a caravan. Is this the caravan the person wanted me to do the quest for? Probably. Although there's at least a couple caravans on here. Do 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 do. That had a lot of chicken on it. Was that 6 whole chickens that I saw there? Oh, you can't enchant it. Okay. Do, 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 do. Oh yeah, I can't take that.
Got it done.
Okay.
Hey.
A one-handed rapier. Time siphon. Inflict steals 5% of damage for each beneficial effect on the target. Steals 15% of attack speed for grants Kohan's corrosive siphon. This seems very, very good, but I don't have anyone that uses a rapier. I mean, that's pretty good. Makes me kind of wish I did have somebody who used a rapier. Wait, I put something in your thing, didn't I? Yeah, I put that in your thing. So this gives +9 deflection, so it's exactly the same as what you have. But having deflection on you is probably good. By the way, I completely understand if people know like D&D barbarians or just barbarians in general. The fact that my barbarian is fully armored, it would feel a bit weird. I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing that either. I have no idea if I'm doing the right thing by having her heavy armored, but I haven't seen anything that says that you shouldn't. I guess there's nothing here that says that this rapier is... It uses accuracy versus deflection. It seems like it'd be fine to just have in her offhand. It's a bit weird to do, but like...
hey.
Every time I go over to that goodie and I think it's something I can take. Okay.
I'll take a peek.
Got it done.
Wait, she's better at sneakery than my character? It makes some sense, I understand it, but doesn't make me feel happy, because I'm like 3 levels higher than her. And yes, it is a bit weird that my character, who is supposedly very honest, very benevolent, and very diplomatic, also is the best at pickpocketing. Don't think about it too much.
Ain't that special?
It's a rock. What is the point of this area? This is a quest area that I just don't know what the part of the quest is. That must be, right? There's no other way it's not just a... It's gotta be a quest area. Maybe it's a place I've already been. Like it's the other side of a place I've already been. Because there was that area I went into that was really crystally, that we went in there for testing out her machine thing. Could have been that. I know this sounds like gobbledygook if you haven't watched the other ones I've done, but it makes sense in my head. Okay. So is this the door? No, because this is open. So have you played through the game before? Have you played through the base game before then? Or did you just like stop like at some point in the game? Yeah. Okay. I thought that was where you were getting at when you were saying I haven't done this part.
That caravan must have had a half-ton of steel. Coinmaster Zoltan's finally getting his way.
I'm sorry about the bad plays I've been doing then.
For now, the other commandants will have his head.
Only if they don't tear each other to pieces first. I heard Maroon and Exandru.
Shh. Last thing I want is to get on Maroon's bad side.
Fine, just say the words then. I'm getting hoarse.
Okay, so this would be a hint to you
Should we knock?
if you hadn't already learnt about the thing that you're supposed to learn the words. Right, I think this place is mostly done up. Let me have a quick check to see what missions I've got that I haven't done. Keep an eye on the Devil of Karuk. Already gonna happen. 'Tis a traitor's fate to... Okay, what's this? Seek the whirling agent made of copper Adir stone. Awake first your essence so that you may atone. I don't know what that means. Whoever killed the sword track leading north. There was murder in the direction of a journal. Taking it, but I didn't see any other sign. The journal mentions a cave behind a waterfall. Perhaps I'll find answers there. I've yet to find that, but I will check somewhere else. Haven't found that yet. That one's done. This one's unrelated. Okay, so where are the rest of them? The bounties are done. I've done that. I haven't found that yet. Okay, cool. We're done with this area. Yes, because I've checked that one. I've checked there. There's not a waterfall in sight. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Let's go back to the village. They're gonna be pissed off that when they see what I am. They're gonna be pissed that I've got this robot with me, aren't they? Let's just do a little bit of a save, just in case that they kick me out.
Hey.
Random villager. The Gleaming Society is no more. Look at all of that stuff. Yeah, the Sisterhood, the Slaked Skull is dead. I'm interested in the new bounties you mentioned. That'd be the Disciples of the True Flame and the Old Durand Hunting Lodge. Yeah, tell me about them. I don't know what to make of this, but the word is they're a group of dragon cultists? I know it sounds bizarre. I didn't believe it myself until I heard they torched an outpost near Maiden's Fall. Clearing a nest of worms, they said. Last I heard, they'd come up near Longwatch Falls. They shouldn't be hard to spot. What about this hunting lodge? Adherents with too much time and money. They travel around hunting monsters for sport. They leave a mess of wrecked properties and dead bodies, I mean, in their wake. They've been charged with murder and general mischief in Defiance Bay, New Halmar, and a dozen other towns in between. Russet Woods. Okay.
Hey.
That's done. Let's go talk to the lady. I think she's over here. It was somewhere. Yeah. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't really know where she is. But I'll recognize her when I see her, because she's a female dwarf. Right over here. Worst case scenario, we can talk with those people. Maybe she's in the tavern. Let's go talk to these people while we're here, you know?
I take it you've met Galvino.
Farewell. I didn't want to look at her soul, because that felt like a bad thing to do, just casually. Weird that one of those wasn't anything related to, hey, I know what I need to do, and it requires this. I'll have to look at them more specifically. I only glanced at them. Maybe there was one I missed that said that, but... Yeah, bronze freak, blah-de-blah-de-blah. Where is the lady? Her?
You look like you've been in the wilds.
I found the goods.
My wagon out there? You've saved my hide. I can't thank you enough. But I hope you'll take this.
Fair enough. I'll take my reward then.
Here, as promised. Thanks again. With a little luck, I'll trade these blizzards in for a sea breeze soon enough.
Okay. That is weird, because I'm used to every quest being one of those ones where it's like, you could choose this one, or you could choose this one, and none of them are morally good. None of them are morally bad. They're like, all grey. And that one felt like it was just good. You know? You know, that it's one of those ones where it's like, That surprised me. What else do I have to do? I've got to return that. I've got to... just return that, and then I've got the main quest. Which means I just need to find her. And the annoying thing is, I remember her being in a spot that I couldn't find before. I only saw her the second round of looking. But I don't remember where. I know it was outside. Which I know doesn't narrow it down by much. Up here? No.
Hey.
Okay, so I checked here, checked here. Okay, right. I'll just come across her when I come across her. Let's actually go hand in the have a talk with these people.
Something else you need?
No, that's
You've been
unrelated.
busy since we last spoke. I want to thank you for what you've been doing for Stalwart.
Yeah, no worries. Let me have a look at your soul. Your awareness settles beneath Renegild's skin. You feel yourself looking through her eyes upon a time-faded memory. You're standing in the inn. The room is stifling, but it's the body heat of so many furious villagers, not the neglected fire pit that's drawn sweat from your pores. Your husband waits by the door, about as far as he can be from the assembly. He holds Uldric, whose cheeks are bright as he watches the adults bicker with wide, fearful eyes. You never realise how badly your neighbours stank, but something rank and repulsive rises from them as they pack together in this room.
How much did the old snake pay you, Sirahio?
It's Grinder, the head fisherman, jabbering a furious finger towards the back of the room. Sinner-heeled, your erstwhile mayor, squirms in the corner, pinned by the accused scares of the entire village. Oh, those eyes. Their cruel, porcine eyes, and they're watching Sinnerhold with the dumb gluttony of hogs staring at fodder. The only sight that turns your stomach more is Sinnerhold himself trying to wiggle free of his own lies.
Maestro Galvino and I came to an agreement. It was for the good of Stalwart. I thought...
You thought you'd let a killer walk among us?
Cries of fierce agreement rises from the others, while what begins as a collective grumbling is swelling and coagulating like storm clouds. You look back at your husband. He's whispering to Uldric, but when you catch his eye, he directs a silent supplication to you.
Let's go.
A wet smack draws your attention back to the other end of the room. Someone's thrown a potato. And Sinnerhold cringes and rubs his jaw. You want to shout at them all for this nonsense and waste, but you know this is about to get worse. Stalwart will have blood, and Galvano in his horror had the sense to flee already. You turn again, and your husband is beckoning you with swift chopping motions. But what stops your breath is Uldric. His little eyes are fixed on the churning mob, and you knew ever since you started hearing about those hideous purges that he'd see something like this one day. But did it have to be so soon? It's what drove the devil woman to madness, and now his little eyes have gotten big enough to swallow the whole scene, and now he's seeing you as part of it. You want to leave now, but if you do, this is what your boy will remember: cowardice and madness. About people, about Stalwart, about you. The people around you jostle and bark in their rage. They're dangerous animals, but animals nonetheless. They just need to be led. So you push your way to the end of the room, where Sinnerhold trembles in the puddle of his own piss.
Enough.
Your voice boils up from your throat. The others fall silent, watching you. They listen, dumbly trusting, as you turn Sinnerhold's death sentence into exile. No one contradicts you when you explain that he's got to march out of this village alone and into whatever miserable hamlet will have him. They silently agree when you explain that their hands are too clean for the likes of him. But there's something else forming behind their eyes. A kernel of trust and dependence. You feel it curdling around you, encasing you like a pearl does sand. You only wanted to spare his life, not volunteer for his job, but you see so much fear simmering just beneath their expressions. Fear at godmen marching through the mountains, at Deerwoodians and their purgers, at dying the slow, lonely death of a ghost town. And yet you see their grateful reassurance mirrored in Uldric's expression. Perhaps this place is hopeless, but you realise that you can't leave it any more than you could leave your boy. The only person who isn't looking at you is your husband. He's shaking his head, his eyes on the door. You retreat from your memories, vivid though it is. It has nothing to do with Durgan's battery. You got the look of someone with his teeth around a secret.
I wouldn't call it a secret. It's more like a mysterious thing he doesn't like to talk about.
What's on your mind?
No, don't worry about it.
Something else you need?
Yeah. You reach your Uldric's essence and find yourself staring at a fence post lying in a filthy slush of frozen mud. Snow gathers around your legs and trickles into your boots, and a wind nips at you even through layers of fur. You hold a wooden chisel in one numb hand and a mallet in the other. Kneeling over the fence post, you get to work. Hours after hours you hammer away, feeling the tools grow heavy in your hands, in your grip, as you breathe, as your breath fogs your vision. You want to do better work than this. You can do better work than this. But no one's building new houses in Stalwart. The last table you crafted was put into the fishery, and a pike and entrails now trace the fine dovetail joints you so lovingly carved. Now you mend the stockade, because that's what's needed. The chisel slips, skidding along your hands. You gasp, but you hold up your hand and see, much to your relief, all 5 fingers wiggling back at you. You need to get out of this town. Okay, so it's unrelated to you. What does the devil want to talk to me about? I'm certainly not doing it in their house.
Right here.
What's up?
Didn't think there was anything more than lice and hoarfrost to these folk, but you had a look back there. What do you find when you're rooting around like that?
First tell me the real reason you wanted to follow me to Stalwart.
Mayhap I'm looking for someone. Woodcutter, by the name of Harmka.
This doesn't have anything to do with the Cold Morn, does it?
It sure does. He was one of them. The mob that destroyed Cold Morn. I tracked him to Stalwart years ago, but got caught before I could finish my business.
Sounds like there's more to it. This one's personal for you.
This man, Harmka. I saw him outside my house the night it burned, staring into the flames the way I seen you stare into souls. I knew it were a fool's errand trying to hunt down every man and woman that carried a torch into Cold Morn. But
Wait, is she a good person? That just, well, is she a vigilante? That's taken it too far?
If I knew I got the one responsible for my kin and my hearth, I might could rest easy.
How can you be so sure about this hunk fellow?
I took a good long look that night. Ours was a little place with a yellow door right on the edge of town. He was there. Besides, I asked around when I first got to Stalwart. Townsfolk said that all the woodcutters in town took part in the purge. Point of pride for them.
What does this have to do with me?
I told you he was part of the mob. I spotted him watching my house when it burned. But when we find him, I want to know if he's the one responsible for my home, my parents, and my brothers and sister. I never thought I'd have the chance to know for sure. But you could look into his soul and find out. You being a watcher and all.
Cool. Finding out might be getting your hopes up. How would you feel about a solid hunch instead? I'll do what I can.
Fine of you. Mighty fine indeed. Don't know where he dallies these days, but someone in Stalwart could tell us. People from little villages, they always know.
Galvano said you murdered several people before he transferred you.
Effigy's eyes, that man loved to talk.
Tell me why you kill those people.
If it's sane and logical reasoning you're wanting, you're gonna be disappointed. Ain't no sense in any of it.
I've heard parts of your story from others. I'd rather hear the rest from you.
Mayhap you've heard of Coldmoor. Was a quiet, forgettable patch of the woods. Till a pack of rabid clodhoppers...
I wish I heard this in the other direction now.
That was the start of the purges. Dear Woodens killing their own.
You're upset.
A farmer on the other side of the mountains woke up one day with his head all aflame and took it for the gibbering speech of his god. And so did a few thousand of his countrymen. So when he tired of Vorlus fields and marched west, a horde of armed Hicks followed.
You're talking about Waidwin and the Saints' War.
Bunch of fool nonsense is what I'm talking about. But others have called it the same. If you know that much, then you've heard of Coldmourn. Ours was the village that let a few thousand of Waidwin's troops pass through.
You were from Coldmourn? When I heard what happened out there after the war, I couldn't believe my ears.
Fine line between couldn't and wouldn't.
The Irwinians are the forgetful sort. You must have known this wouldn't have ended well.
Maybe not. But the Raid Sarens had us clean beat in numbers. Even bumpkins like us figured that. Just look at Mercy Vale. They fought back. And now there ain't one stone standing atop another in the whole...
No, you were rational.
Besides, we asked the Duke for help. Told him Waidwin's troops was coming through the mountains. Seems he had better uses for his soldiers.
By the way, I'm sorry about all the mispronunciations as well. I can't get it through my head. It's always Waidwin to me, but apparently that's Waidwin.
So we let Waidwin's soldiers pass. Left him for the Duke to wrangle on his own terms.
The Coldmourn was purged in retaliation.
It was after the Godhammer made a fine grit out of Waidwin, when Deerwoodens were running on rage and looking for something to burn. They came at dark. Hundreds of folk. Every one of them mourning someone lost in the war. Must have decided it was our duty to escort their dead back to the wheel. They didn't light their torches till they had us surrounded. Time we saw them, there was a ring of fire closing around us. I woke. Ran to the window. Whole village were a maze of flames. Couldn't see nothing for the smoke. And the screams. Most ran for the streets. Got caught by the mob. Others hid, let their houses burn down around them.
I'm so sorry. That sounds terrible.
You're the only person in the Deerwood who thinks so. Me, I'm surprised the Duke didn't make our massacre a festival day.
What does that have to do with your crime?
Hunting down the men and women what took part. Thought that much was clear.
But you only killed people who attacked Coldmourn, right?
Sure.
That doesn't sound like that's a sure.
You want me to tell you straight? I found the men and women what destroyed my village, and I burned their houses down around them. Sometimes they was alone, and sometimes they wasn't.
What exactly did you hope to accomplish?
It were a mob that destroyed our village. But it was just one man that burned my family's house. Kept hoping I'd get to him as I was working my way through the rest of those maggots. No matter now, I suppose.
That's all. Okay, so...
Hey.
We find Hank. We can do that thing. Interesting. Who else can we go talk to? I wonder if this old lady is at all related to the dwarfs. Because she hasn't been in any of... This is my meta-knowledge thing. She hasn't been in any of the other stuff.
Got to speak up?
You feel her essence humming and buzzing. Another personality and a set of memories lie dormant within her soul, convulsing as if in a fitful sleep. The contours of that dormant soul are sharp, ragged. As you reach out for them, it seizes you violently. You're standing in the darkened feast hall. Sturdy tables and benches have been stacked against the door in the far end of the room. You know it won't be enough. A few dozen other dwarfs from your tunneling crew await you, shovels and pickaxe in their shaking hand.
Zenove, please. If we go now, we can get behind the barricade. We won't do any good here.
He's right, and you hear arguments in the quiet murmur of the others. But Arms Warden Marn ordered you to hold your ground here. Yet in those rising whispers you hear the opening bars of mutiny. You'd never tolerate insubordination from your crew, and you aren't about to start, so you heft your pickaxe and swing it at the man's skull. He collapses and the others fall silent. The acrid odor of urine rises from his body.
We're gonna go down fighting. Anyone who feels differently can settle it with me right now.
Your voice is hoarse from hours of shouting orders, but no one else moves. They cast their eyes down in the flickering torchlight. Something thuds against the door. The others raise their weapons, picks, shovels, and a few swords, but they don't dare flinch. Your own pulse pounds at your temple. You pull back from her soul, but you feel Zenova's wrath and ferocity tugging at you still. Her essence thrashes, lashing at an unseen enemy. Zenova is powerful but dangerous too. Her fury has anchored her to the old, threatening memories. You consider there may be others you can awaken. Yeah. I'm gonna go for somebody else other than person who is in an absolute, like, fight to the death before they died. I'm hoping for, like, an architect. They could just tell me the words from, like, pre all of that bad stuff happening. Oh, I know I keep looking around. I'm just still trying to find that lady. Not you. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, there's a bunch of people with pikes, sure. Fishery workers, sure. What about you? No. What about you?
What are you doing here?
Okay. As you reach for Gunner's essence, you find yourself wrapped in the cold embrace of a snowstorm. You trudge through the snow, each step laborious to your numb feet. You keep your hands down against the wind, and your back is bent under the heavy burden. Ahead of you is the frozen lake and the hole you made in it. Your feet crunch over the ice. You wait and secretly hope for the telltale crack beneath you. With the village distant and dark behind you, you would sink and none would know. At least that would free you of this heavy, churning feeling in your gut. Yet you reach the hole, and the ice is still steady under you. You have the burden off your shoulders, cradling it, cradling her in your arms. She's wrapped in nets and weighed with stones. You wish one of the priests of Ondu were here, with solemn words and the assurance of ceremony. Instead, you slip the bracelet off her wrist. Undra will have her body, and you will carry this reminder. You slid the bundle into the water, and you watch it sink. As it dwindles to nothing more than a dark stain beneath the ice, you feel the scratching in your throat and hear the wind moaning in your ears.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Did he kill his sister and then drop her body in ice with stones attached? There she is.
I hope you've had some luck, and do take care with that device. It has a few rather delicate components.
I didn't find any ore deposits, but I did find this.
What? So it works? What a day! But why these gems? I didn't think the device would be able to pick up inert Audra. Fascinating. I have to study this further. But all the same, it worked! At last! A breakthrough! With that Audra to work from, I can refine the enchantments. We'll be digging up iron, gold, Audra, all of it.
Happy to help.
This is going to change everything. Oh, and I won't leave you empty-handed, of course. Here, I had this set aside for supplies, but I don't think I'll be staying in Stalwart much longer. I won't forget all you've done for me. They'll hear about this back home, I promise you. Who knows? Perhaps they'll name the next battery after you.
Hey, I just want them to be good friends with me. Because I'm being selfish and I need them for that fight that you have to do when you get back. Against the guy who thinks that he owns this place when actually I own it, let's be honest. I'll take the trail.
Hey.
What about this wagon? You got any... You wouldn't happen to possess an old helm or a horn that looks like it's supposed to attach to a helm? One of the villagers sold me this during a previous visit. He said it came from some rare lake creature and was quite valuable. It's been dismissed as junk whenever I've tried to sell it, unless you know otherwise. Yeah, it's part of an artifact I'm trying to recover. Ah, so not another bad investment on my part then. £600 is the price. Done. The world fades and your vision blurs. When it returns, you find yourself in the icy waters of a bay, your body numb from the cold and your lungs burning from exertion. Nearby are Udhal and Bardwin. Both of them are swimming madly in an effort to pass you. On the distant shore awaits the other members of your tribe, and with them, Olara, daughter of the chieftain. It is for her hand that the three of you are competing today. Give up, Gardel. Udhal passes you, and despite your best effort, you can't quite keep up. You look around to see where Baldwin is, and by sheer chance that you catch sight of the sea serpent's head surging towards your group. As before, the world stops, the memory trail lost without guidance. Attack the serpent. Your fatigue falls away as you turn to face the serpent. It charges you, its jaw wide, its foot-long teeth flashing in the sunlight. At the last moment, you dodge to the side as its jaw snaps shut. You're a hair too slow, and one of the serpent's horns tears open your forearm to the bone. You grit your teeth against the sudden pain and wrap your arms around the serpent's neck before it can turn around. It thrashes and rolls wildly, trying to throw you off. You hang on for dear life, weaker with every breath as your blood drains. You can do the only thing you think of and jam your fist straight into the serpent's eye, burying your hand as far as it goes. The serpent whips around in agony, and your grip slips. You tumble through the air as your consciousness fades. The race, how could I have forgotten the events of that day? I remember it now, but I feel no different yet. Please, you must find the last piece of my helm.
Hey.
I will. Who else do I have to talk to that could have memories? I guess I could talk to the drunk. The guy here who's pissed at me, or he's gone. What about this guy? Oh. So they're not relevant. I guess I could go to Thrisk's house. Maybe Thrisk or his son will have this thing. I think it's unlikely because I'd only get him from a quest.
Father wants me to stay inside for a time. I don't think I can face anyone just yet.
That's fair. What about you?
Welcome.
This soul is vibrant, solid thing, and as you reach out for it with your senses, you see your breath begin to fog in the air. You find yourself seated at the crest of a hill, overlooking the mountain pass below. The sky is bright and clear, and your furs are proof against the mountain chill. Appa, a child barely old enough to walk, bumbles happily as he wobbles towards you. He punts down at the elk herd, picking its way across the river, and you smile proudly.
Coming to your elders for advice, is it? What can I do for you?
Yeah, has the legacy struck Stalwart as well?
It has. We had some hope in the early days that we'd be...
What about... Have you heard of anyone called Hamk?
Sure, I know Harmka. He'll be out with his men at the logging stand, just north of the road if you head out west.
Well, what are we waiting for?
You would give this woman the vengeance she craves. What good shall come of it?
Hey.
I didn't say I was going to do vengeance. I said I was going to have them meet. You know? That's all I'm planning on doing. Okay, so let's try Grief's Rest. There's a couple people in Grief's Rest that can give us some help. What about you?
So, you're back.
The snowy path peels away and the brisk air gives way to an acrid stench of smoke. A dark cloud billows up from the remains of a burning house at the far edge of the rocky field. You are low to the ground, held in place, and above you the wind tugs embers back and forth like firebugs. The vision in your left eye is clouded.
Brave now, are you?
The vision in your left eye is clouded, such as the figure standing over you is a collection of rogue smears of black cast in silhouette by the fire. A dark shape swings towards your face, and the subsequent burst of agony jars you out of the memory and back into your own skin.
What? Did I spill something on myself? Hey.
Okay, so that's done. Did I check you? No, it's not you. There's no way it's the person that's come from a caravan, because they're not a stalwart native. That's the word I was trying to think of. What about you?
Warm your hand, Jay. What can I do for you?
You see a room, dark and damp. A cellar, it looks like part of the inn rather than an old fortress. Through his eyes you admire rows of gleaming bottles recently dusted and polished. As you step back from the shelves, you look at it with satisfaction, at a pressure plate concealed in the stone floor.
All right. I won't serve you if you're already drunk.
Okay. What about those people down here? I believe they have a name. I really don't want to make the person who's very evil. For a moment, your senses are overwhelmed. There are fumbling hands at your belt and your own low laughter in your ears. Your shoulder is jammed up against the cabinet, and it rattles every time Brithwen leans down to kiss you. Oh, I didn't... Okay, fair enough. His best memory is, a raucous party that he had. I'm not gonna blame him. That's his deal. Fair enough. What about you?
Oh, it's you. I'm so glad you came by. I hoped I'd have the chance to thank you properly.
I'll be honest. Oh wait, you're the person I saved.
They told me what happened. God's bless you, ma'am. I owe you my life. I know it was foolish of me to run in there. But this ring is all that I have of my family.
How are you holding up?
Oh, I'm managing. Fenway's letting me stay with her until I'm back on my feet. Everyone's been lovely, really. It was hard seeing what's left of the house. But Rayvald says he's going to see a hut raised for me soon as they get the logs.
What's so special about this ring?
Sentiment, mostly. When he first settled here, my grandfather had a ring fashioned from the first batch of ore he excavated. It was supposed to commemorate his fresh start. He passed it on to his daughter, and my mother gave it to me in turn.
Ah. What about you two? Oh wait, they're gay. Okay, got it. Handful of memories dart across your mind like a startled fish, leaving indistinct images and sounds in the wake. For a moment you're overwhelmed until one particular recollection tugs at your senses with stubborn force. You, or Andred, or both, kneel at the stone floor, held beneath two men. The man pacing in front of you wears the armor of a crucible knight. You feel Andred's half-hearted contempt for him, as if it were your own. You feel Andred's triumph too when the knight comes just close enough for you to spit blood on his boot. Okay, what about you? The whiff of salt and brine is in your nostrils before the room has even faded. The ground heaves beneath your feet, and a spray of ocean water roars over the railing as the ship heels upon the wind. The ship shudders violently as you are thrown against the railing. In that moment you find your gaze pulled to the pitching surface of the dark sea and see there an eye, broad as a shield, gazing back at you in turn.
Hey.
Okay.
Thanks again. I'll be gone just as soon as the weather clears.
I don't think there's anybody else here that's a native that I can talk to. That, you know, is named enough that you would be like, they're a person, you know? Oh, maybe you. Maybe you.
Something I can do for you?
You feel her essence and almost instantly find yourself wrapped in darkness. It takes a moment to realise you've been plunged into a very old memory. But as your eyes adjust to the torchlight, you find yourself standing in the gloomy tunnel that you instantly recognize as part of Durgan's battery. A handful of figures in patchy cloaks and hoods, dwarfs like you, hunch over a minecart. They're lodging in with their cloth-wrapped bundles from which you see the occasional flash of metal, the edge of a blade or a burnished glow of plate. The other dwarfs scurry with curious mix of haste and caution. They stack the bundles in a din of muted clangs and thumps, following the echoes of their ruckus down the tunnel with narrowed eyes. Pay attention.
Pay attention. Sooner we get this done, sooner we can go.
Your voice is a dry whisper, and your nerves tingle with energy. You feel the same apprehension that the others do, but unlike them, you relish it. Still, you look over your shoulder just in case.
We're hurrying, Captain Gregor. Honest.
When you turn back, the others have redoubled their effort, and you feel a pleasurable twist in your gut as they fill the cart. Being captain of the guard doesn't pay much, but it does allow you to visit the armory without raising eyebrows, and with Coinmaster Zoltan selling off half of the battery's arsenal, you're going to notice a few more missing pieces. But besides, you've got a buyer lined up. As long as you can move these goods out of the battery before someone squeals. You pull back from the memory to find her staring at you.
Excuse me, ma'am? You alright?
Right. That one doesn't seem good either. So we have old lady that is person who is angry at the world. And probably isn't going to live that long. Which is something you've got to bring up. Like, I know it's not something you should base something on, but it is a notable thing.
Adair, you were a military man. Ever consider making a career of it?
I did for a while. Then I heard you could make money shoveling pig shit, and thought that sounded better.
Well, at least it would get you out of the Deerwood.
I don't think there's anybody left, though. So I'm not really sure who we go with. We can ask the person about the theft. We can ask the person that is going to be violently attacking. But my worry is that none of those sound particularly good. The theft one, you can make an argument is okay. Because he's not a bad guy, he's just a opportunistic dude. I mean, he's bad, but he's not like, I'm gonna kill you if you mutiny bad. You know? But the other one's working with the guy beginning with M that a lot of people are saying, like, this person is bad. You know, you don't want to get on the bad side of this guy. You know? Which leads me to believe that this person is not a nice person. You know? But it's one of those two. Because I don't think there's a third option. And it would fit the whole thing of like... And this one didn't mention... I feel like there must be another person. But I'm not sure. Is this worth me Googling? I think I want to know what happens here, so I'm going to do it. I know this is not what people like, I understand, but it is what I want to know. We're doing a thing. Our soul will be permanently awakened. Okay. Okay, right. It's what I expected to happen. We're gonna do it on the dangerous person. Apparently there's a way of making it so it doesn't have permanent damage. And I don't want to, you know, permanently damage somebody. I don't know if I've got the resolve for it, though.
Hey.
But we'll try it out. We'll do a little save before it. Wait, is there something I could drink that could make me have more resolve? Damage reduction. At the very least, you have... This gives me reflex, it doesn't give me resolve. Where does it show what my, I've got Law 8. Best I've got is 15 resolve. I don't know if that's good enough. And at this point, I'm too scared. Just gonna quickly check to see if I've got good enough. Perception is also usable. And how is my perception? You've got good perception. You've got great perception. I've got decent perception. Okay, okay. I think I can do it. Let's go.
Got to speak up? My hearing ain't what it was.
Awakens and over and remember your fight in the feast hall. A tremble passes through her face and then her rumpled skin goes slack. After a few coughs, she blinks like someone coming to consciousness.
That name. It carries memories of death, war, fury, the taste of blood. What do you want with it?
Her soul is at war within her, Watcher. The battle will engulf her if we do nothing. I need to enter Durgan's battery.
What trickery is this, stranger? You think a Pargrin would so easily betray her own people?
Her hand clenched and unclenched around an imaginary weapon. Her essence stirs with the same battle fury that you sense in her memory. She's dangerous. The last of your people disappeared hundreds of years ago. There's nothing left to betray. The rage is a heavy fog that clouds and thickens, choking her fading consciousness. Zenova herself is overwhelmed and she forces Tenya's eyes into narrow slits.
Lies! Armswarden Maroon will see you cast into the White Forge.
Look around you. Would you be here stuck in an old woman's body if I were lying? Zenova at last overwhelms her, screaming through the old woman's mouth. In that instant, her psyche expands, filling you with a lifetime worth of memories, including a set of verses that you know to be the cantic of Durgan's battery.
Hammers of Durgan, ring loud. May the anvil's deep music resound. Walls of the battery, safeguard our works from marauder and wilder alike. Abidun's faithful travail by the forge and the fires that brighten the ore.
Too much for her dying consciousness, it shrivels and vanishes as Zenova, now in full control, attacks. No! Screw you, I'm trying it a different way. I don't want to kill an old lady.
Got to speak up? That name. What trickery is this, stranger? You think a Pargrin would so easily betray her own people?
You never betray Durgan's battery. Your loyalty is plain to see.
You speak like one who knows me. Then you're not one of Zoltan's visiting merchants, or Exandru's foreign zealots.
Would a stranger know of the gilded halls of the battery, or the shrine to Abdon, the patron of all who labours?
Then let us share the words of our bond, sister. Hammers of Durgan, ring loud. May the anvil's deep music resound. Walls of the battery, safeguard our works from marauder and wilder alike. Abidun's faithful travail by the forge and the fires that brighten the ore.
Takes a deep breath and her eyelids droop. Inside the old woman's body, the personalities and memories of Zenova and Tain vie for dominance. Yeah, I want Tain. She lets out a deep sigh, expelling the rage and trauma of her past life like so much vapor. But when she looks back at you, her eyes are bright with new energy.
Not off? My, but I had the strangest dream. So much work to be done. Pardon me, but I'd better check on those miners. At the rate they're going, it'll be another year before they clear that blazing shaft.
Yes!
Hey.
That's what I want! Good ending! Good ending where I don't permanently destroy somebody. That's what I want. That's what I'm talking about. London bandits are taking a lot. I'll send you. I mean, I've got so much security. How are they taking so much? I assume security's what it means. Maybe I can tell them now that I have the phrase to open the door. Or maybe I've got to do something else. I'm not stalling, but I only have 3 minutes left, so I don't want to start anything big yet.
Any luck with Durgan's battery?
Yes, but I can't seem to tell you. So I guess no? Question mark? So this said any shield can be enchanted. This obviously can't then. Sorry, any bit of armor can be enchanted, not shield. Let's do... Camping is not allowed in this area, eh? Fine, let's get some rest in the inn. That'll be a good way to end. I think we got a decent amount of stuff done. There's still a couple. We need to find that waterfall. We need to break the curse. But as soon as those things are done, we're good.
Back to warm your hands, eh? Top quality bear.
I'll take this one. Any bonuses that I get are obviously important. And I've got now more money than sense. And like 5,000 different... 5,000 different blimmin', what's the word? Like different swords and armor in my inventory. I think this will be... Oh, it's nighttime. Hold on a second, it's nighttime. I'm not going to remember to do this next time. We're going to quickly do this before we go. Yes.
Hey.
Although I'm not really sneaking. But that's beside the point.
Good thing I'm freshly greased.
You reach into the barrel and find a bracelet. A thick aura of essence clings to it, fresh with memory. In the memory, you stride into the fishery. The floors are swept clean, but the wood is still splotched with snow melt and fish guts. A man hunkered in the corner, his head nodding forward as if in sleep. He looks up at you, drowsy. As you approach, it's greened. His face is youthful but shallow, and his hair hangs in stringy locks. You feel a pang of anger and pity at your brother's debauchery.
Arda.
His voice is little more than a croak.
It's past midnight.
Grinda wipes at his nose and examines the mingled blood and powder on the back of his hand. He shrugs. Your fingers clench around coarse, thick fabric. Your father's best wool cloak tucked under your arm.
Go! To raid Ceres, or Defiance Bay, or fucking Air Glonfath. I don't care!
You hurl it at the ingrate huddled on the floor. He picks up the clock and looks at it with the same sort of dull wonder. He wipes his nose on the linen. A sudden rush of fury leaves your limbs weak and raw.
I'll tell them. Mayor Sina healed. The neighbors. Everyone.
You force the words through your teeth.
About what?
He murmurs, churning his words for a mullet of snot and saliva.
The stealing. You think I haven't noticed the money missing from the fishery coffers? Or heard Tana talk about losing a golden duke?
You whisper, afraid even now that someone will overhear and that the words scorch your throat.
You can't be found when there's work to do. But every time those merchant wagons roll into town, you've got coin enough for a few bags of ripple sponge.
No, it's not.
He rubs his red-rimmed eyes. Your own grow warm and blurry.
Stalwart tolerates your sponge habit, but they won't abide your thieving.
You touch your bracelet, a gift from Mother, pluckering at the beads.
You won't.
He rises steadily on his feet than you would have thought.
I will.
You stride towards him. I wouldn't have shamed Mother and Father while they were living, but I won't let this keep up. Your anger swallows the last of your pity, anger at him for putting you in the position, for doubting your resolve, for failing to see. You're close enough to smell his stale, sour breath when he pushes you. You fall, watching his widened eyes at the ceiling spinning in your vision. Isn't this just like him? Brendan is full tantrums, never thinking about anybody but himself, and now you're going to get to be nursing a headache for a week just to go to show you can't help some people, but you remember him too. Your baby brother running through the snow, slipping, falling on the ice, and you slipping, falling. And there's a table behind you, but it shouldn't. The memory ends abruptly, jotting you back into the present, with your heart hammering, your palms sweating. The fishery door creaks open, and in walks Grin, staring at you, and the bracelet in surprise and outrage. His face drains of colour.
You take shelter in our village and then ransack it like a common thief? You'd better explain yourself.
Galvino told me you were a ripple sponge addict. Seems you're much more than that.
Any who put stock in the ravings of that bitter old fool deserve all the trouble they get.
You killed your sister Arda right here in this room. His mouth opens to reply, but the words catch in his throat. The guard next to him stares at the bracelet. Recognition turns to horror.
Worth coming back for this alone.
It was an accident. I was a failure and a wretch then. But I never would have killed anyone. Least of all my own kin.
Of course you'd say that. Anyone in your position would.
I gave her body to the lake. But I kept her bracelet. To remember the cost of my own weakness.
He loosens his hand and stares at the emptiness in his leathery palm.
I ain't asking for forgiveness. I know I don't deserve any. My penance is my work on behalf of the village. And they need it, truly.
Yep, heard that one before.
I've seen the shape this place is in. Have mercy on Stalwart, if not on me. Let me do the work Arda would have done. That's my debt to Stalwart, and the only fitting way to honor my sister.
Look at yourself. Keeping the secret's taken its toll on you. Do you really want me to want to feel this way?
Kept thinking I could get by this way. But I guess you're right. It's time they knew the truth about me.
He turns to leave, looking back at the fishery one last time. Welp. I mean, I think it's the right thing to do, but Hope the fishery's not, like, destroyed now. But either way, I'm done for the day. I will see you on Friday for the finale of the Heart of Thorns Guild Wars 2 DLC. I'll see you on Monday for whatever we feel like, and I'll see you next Wednesday for more of this. But until then, I wish you all a good couple of days. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you then. Thank you for joining me. By the way, in the chat, I really appreciate that. Even if you don't stay for all of it, I appreciate having anyone talking.